We're back with Lisa Ling talking about season 4 of her docu-series, This Is Life with Lisa Ling. What else do we have coming up this season?
So this season, we actually embed with a very heavily armed militia. And this was a bit of a challenging episode for me to take part in because I have always been pretty defiantly anti-gun. But I wanted to understand why these people feel so passionately about their Second Amendment rights. And they do.
Mm-hmm. Why? What is it?
Well, I mean, they believe that in any kind of emergency type situation, it will become incumbent upon them to protect their family and their community. And they feel very, very strongly about that,
Had any of them actually found themselves in that emergency situation?
Well, the whole point that they try to make is we have not dealt with that because we are prepared. And if that ever happens, we will be prepared. And so one of the caveats of getting an interview with them was they wanted me to fire a semi-automatic weapon, and I did. And you asked me during the break, was it the exhilarating feeling that people describe it as?
Yeah.
And absolutely, absolutely. I mean, there is this incredible adrenaline rush that goes through your body, but at the same time, I actually hated the feeling because I personally just it was so hard for me to have that much power in my own hands. And so I respect people's right to bear arms, but I am astounded by why people need to have machine guns, why people need to possess those kinds of weapons, because it is, I mean, look at the damage that can be done. I mean, that goes beyond self-defense.
Yeah.
What was the story you did? I think it was 5 years ago for OWN. You did a whole series on gun violence. Yeah, I mean, we explored gun violence in the inner city. I mean, not a day goes by when people in the inner city aren't killed with weapons, and those things are barely reported in our news, but they're destroying our inner cities, and most of those guns are attained illegally, and that's the other conundrum about this issue, because right now, we have more weapons in this country to be able to arm every single American. So this idea that we're going to get rid of weapons or eliminate weapons is just completely impossible because there are already too many here. But what we can do is we need to start having meaningful dialogue about this. Right now, there's a lot of impassioned voices that are debating this and arguing this, but we need to, it's then
time.
I feel like nothing's happened.
Right.
Exactly. We will go on to the next story because that's how the news cycle is working, and then the next mass shooting is going to happen. But this isn't just about mass shootings. This is just about having meaningful dialogue about gun control in this country.
I mean, because you think about other countries, right, that seem to have been able to rectify, at least in some significant portion, this issue. We just can't. Or won't.
Well, and the other complicating issue is, number one, we have our Second Amendment, but two, because there are already so many weapons in the possession of Americans, we're never going to be able to eliminate guns in this country. So what can we start doing? You know, maybe we start to evaluate the kinds of weapons that people can have. But even that debate is a challenging one for these ardent Second Amendment supporters.
Well, I can't wait to see you embedded. I want to see that for sure.
Lisa Ling, always great to see you. Come back so we can talk about your
me.
babies next time. We can get an update on the girls.
Indeed. This is Life with Lisa Ling airs Sunday night at 10 on CNN.